Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, a couple of people have asked for the best body press users on the game. Someone asked for a top 3, so we've done a top 5. Because, I don't know, 5's like a nice rounded number that you can just do it up to. Like, a top 5 sounds a lot smoother than a top 3 in my opinion. So, at number 5, we have Regirock. Now, Regirock has the best defense on the entire game, so we couldn't leave him out of this list. Before we do go into the video though, make sure you let me know if there's anyone that didn't make this list but you think should have been on the list. Let me know some of your favourite body press users. Now they're all going to be fighting type tera of course, and they're all very strong against physical attackers. So fighting type tera, held item shell bell to restore health the more damage we deal. Max EVs and HP and defense. The impish nature, which is what we're going to be using on all of these Pokemon, which is up in defense and down in special attack. And then max IVs in everything except for you don't really need the attacks. And then for Regirock, we have Clear Body, prevents other Pokemon from lowering our stats. So no one can go ahead and lower our defense. Once it's at max, it's at max. There's no lowering it, except for when we do get nullified, but then we can just reapply it. So what we do have is, so every Pokemon is obviously going to have Iron Defense and Body Press. Body Press does more damage the higher your defense is. Iron Defense raises our defense by 2 stages, so by turn 3 you will have max defense plus the 548 defense on Regirock. It's going to be absolutely incredible damage. And then we had to pick another 2 moves for this one. We went with Lock On, which guaranteed our next attack hits, and then we went with a Zap Cannon, which will guarantee a paralyze. So Lock On, paralyze, Iron Defense, and Body Press if we want to paralyze the opposing Pokemon to make sure it has a 30% chance of not being able to move every turn, and will probably be slower than us unless it's some ridiculous speedy Pokemon with scary face or something like. Oh, we can't have our actual stats lowered, never mind. But if it is faster than us, then it will probably have to be a ridiculously fast Pokemon. So we're going to get into 1 raid for each of these Pokemon. That will leave us with 5 raids for the video, which is like a build would normally have 2, so you're getting an extra 3, and you're getting an extra 4 builds. Awesome. Let's get into it. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to try and put us against just a physical attacker every single time, but we'll see how it goes as we go on. The first one is going to be against a 6-star Steel-type Lycanroc. Let's begin. Okay, Lycanroc. Let's do this. I'm going to use Iron Defense. Oh, it's using Taunt. That is... You know what? This might be one of the only counters to this build. Taunt. Well, that's kind of annoying. We're just going to use Body Press. How much damage it doing? Not that much. It crits us as well and flinches us. Well, this could be an annoying little one for us. It's going to use. It's just going to spam Rock Slide. It look. Oh, another critical hit. Back-to-back crits. We're going to use Body Press now. Look at how much damage that does, and we are not even on +2 defense. As soon as the taunt goes, I'm pretty sure it will let us attack for a turn, or just use something for a turn. Okay, it uses Rock Slide, and on that turn, we cannot get flinched, please. Okay, is this that turn? We'll have to check. But we are actually healing more damage when we're on neutral, not on +2, than the actual Lycanroc is doing with its normal attacks. Okay, we have no ability, but we can Iron Defense here. We've just been nullified, so we can't flinch here. Please, please, thank you. Okay, so we are on +2 now. Now it will probably use Taunt, because it kind of lets you have 1 move, it feels like, and then it goes back to using Taunt. So we're going to go Body Press. Look how much damage that's doing, and we're only on +2. Absolutely amazing, incredible, sensational. Okay, yeah, it does hit us with a Taunt. Yep, there it is. So, looks like this raid didn't quite go to plan, because we're against a Lycanroc. Kind of forgot it had Taunt and infinite flinches. But we got this. Steel's Terra Charge, even better. Okay, it removes negative effects from itself. That's fair. So, are you going to let us... Nope, it's going to use Sandstorm. Honestly, we're on +2. That's more than enough to end this raid, though. I mean, we probably could have ended the raid even if... we even if we wasn't able to use we flinched Iron Defense, there's a possibility we just won this raid anyway, because Regirock's Scarlet's defense is just insanely high. There's another There's another body press. Now we can terrestrialize. Was that the last turn of our taunt? 2 more. Okay. Nowhere near the last turn of our taunt. So we're going to terrestrialize here into a fighting type, and that will make Rock Slide not very effective. Not that we need it to be, because Lycan Rock's not doing much damage to us. I mean, 548 defense, by the way, is absolutely insane. If you've ever used this body press build, then you know how good Regirock is against physical attackers. It's like they can't even touch Regirock, especially when they're not very effective. This should do half the shield, I would imagine, and boom. Yep, about half the shield. That's fine. One more turn of taunt, I think we've got. But we won't need another iron defense. I can't believe he would do this to us. Of all Pokemon, we get one that not only flinches, but has taunt as well. Oh, there's the taunt. Honestly, we're fine with that, because that means he can't flinch us this turn. Oh, yeah, taunt and body press. Boom. Oh, we don't quite break the shield. I wanted to break the shield because the next attack after that would just take out the Lycan Rock, and he wouldn't be able to flinch us. Rock Slide hits everyone, takes everyone out except us. Wow, interesting. That's some good damage you got there. Okay, Lycan Rock uses Rock Slide. Don't flinch us, just let us end it, please. It flinched us. But the AI has broken the shield, so we just get a guaranteed turn here anyway. So this will end the raid, and we almost had half the time remaining, even though the Lycan Rock basically walled us off from using anything. That should speak volumes about how good this build actually is. The body presses are so strong, it's unbelievable. Okay, so that's the first one over with. Let's move on to the 4th best body presser. Okay, so coming in at number 4, there is only 2 Pokemon that have stamina on the entire game, and Mudsdale is one of them. Stamina is such a strong ability for body pressers. So Mudsdale, fighting type Tera, Shell Bell to restore health every time we hit our opponent. Max EVs and HP and defense. The impish nature, yet again, not as high defense. I mean, Regirock was nearly double this defense, but it's going to be better than Regirock this one just because of the fact that it has stamina. In my opinion, it's better anyway. So it boosts the defense stat whenever we get hit by an attack. So we get hit, our defense goes up. So that means that, say we use Iron Defense turn 1, we go on +2, get hit, +3. Turn 2, we go on +5, get hit, +6. So we can get to max defense in 2 turns rather than getting there in 3 turns, which is a big difference because it just gives you an extra turn to take out the raid quicker. Now, as the 2 extra moves, we obviously have Body Press and Iron Defense. I won't go over them every time, but we also have Rest, just in case it does a lot of damage to us on the 1st and 2nd turn. We can rest, and then by then we'll be on a lot of defense, so it won't be able to do as much damage to us. And then when we wake up, or when we heal, we can just carry on with the raid, and it won't be able to do any damage to us, and we'll get health back then on with the Shell Bell. And we also have Mud Slap in case we want to use a few Mud Slaps and lower its accuracy so it misses, in hopes that it'll miss all of its attacks. So we're just going to go find another raid here, and we will be back when we find one. Okay, so our next one is going to be a 6-star Dark-type Cleaver, usually a very difficult Pokemon to take down. It's very high attack, has Swords Dance, but that shouldn't be a problem for Mudsdale. Let's begin and see how it goes. Okay, looks like we have a Tauros with Intimidate. That'll help us out a lot. What we're going to do is we're just going to get straight into the Iron Defense. We get hit with an X-Scissor. Does a decent amount of damage, but because we have so good damage, it wouldn't do as much to any other Pokemon, because Cleaver does have insane attack as well as sharpness to increase its X-Scissor by 50%. Oh, it switched to Air Cutter because its physical attacks just aren't going to cut it anymore because our defense is so high. Stamina activates again, so on turn 2 we are at max defense like we did say earlier. As you can see right there, max defense already, which is ridiculous. We don't even need to use Mud Slap against the Cleaver. We're just going to use a Body Press there, doing a massive amount of damage. Now, Regirock does do more damage when it comes to using Body Press because its defense is a lot higher, But just because Mudsdale has stamina, I do think it only just goes in front of the actual Regirock on a ranking. But let me know what you think about that. Okay, we do get nullified, so we're going to have to set up the Iron Defense again. We attack first, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why we've attacked first there, but we've used the Iron Defense, and we are on +2 again. Hits us with a Night Slash, that'll put us to +3. Barely does anything. He'll probably switch back to Air Cutter again. And now we're going to use another Iron Defense. Yeah, in a lot of these raids, you probably won't need to use Mudslap, but it's there just in case you do need to use it. It's always nice to have. Say you're against a mixed attacker, but you want to use a Mudsdale anyway. It's, oh, crit, fair. Then it's nice to lower its accuracy so it doesn't hit with them actual special attacks. Like Cleaver just hit us with an Air Cutter that's done a lot of damage to us because it crit. If I was to use what's it called, Mudslap, then obviously it wouldn't have been able to hit us as much with that Air Cutter. Again, doesn't crit us this time. I think we're on +6. We must be, because that didn't raise our defense. Now we can terrestrialize and we'll actually get our stab. It's actually, oh no, we can't terrestrialize just yet. We got to attack once more. Honestly, I don't even know if we have any fighting types in this top 5. Maybe we do have one, maybe I'm forgetting one, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think there is one. Maybe there is though, who knows? I think there's one actually. Yeah, they're definitely a fighting type. Has to be a fighting type, unless I'm mistaken it's typing for something else. Obviously I won't spoil, you'll find out later on. But we're going to terrestrialize here into our fighting type Tera, and we should do a lot more damage now because we are getting stab on that body press. I'd imagine it nearly takes out the shield. Boom. Yep, very nearly takes out the shield. Next attack will probably end the raid with over half the time remaining. This is when he will... Oh, he nullifies again. Damn. He is going to use Air Cutter as well. Honestly, I'm glad he used Air Cutter then, because that will raise our... Oh no, he nullified. We don't have an ability yet. He's paralyzed. Honestly, I'm just going to use Body Press, because that will break their shield. That's what we want in a minute. Boom. Nearly ended the raid, actually. Awesome. I don't think we're going to reset up, because we won't need to. His cleaver is very low already. Boom. The shield breaks. He will get an attack here that will be very strong, though. Close combat. He's on +2. Did you see how much damage that close combat did? Honestly, the horse's defense. The mighty. Very mighty indeed. Now we're going to use a body press and end the raid. About half the time remaining, again, same as the first one, and honestly, another Pokemon that's like normally a pretty hard one to come against. And in the first one, we was getting taunted and flinched, so you know how good these body press builds are. And I guess let's move on to the third one. Okay, so at number 3, we have Corviknight. I'm sure not too many people are surprised that Corviknight made it into the list. We put it in the list because of its ability, and more into that later. But we have the fighting type Tera, the held item Shell Bell to restore health the more damage we deal, max EVs in HP and defense yet again, and the impish nature, and then the ability Mirror Armor. Now this ability is honestly such a good ability. Not only does it stop stat lowering effects on us, but it bounces them back and applies them to... what's it called? That our target instead. So, for example, say we come against an Overquill. It has Intimidate. It tries lowering our attack, but it will reflect it, lower its own attack. It won't do as much damage to us, and we can set up easier. We won't have to worry about taking much damage in that raid specifically. But that's just one example. It works with everything and is such a good ability. We have Body Press and Iron Defense, as usual. And then we've gone all in with this one, assuming that you're not going to be taking on special attackers with this build. We put Reflect in to reduce their damage even more if we need to. You can replace this with anything you want. And if we take too much damage at the start of the raid, then we have Roost, which will recover half of our HP, which is amazing. And let's find a raid. Okay, so our next Pokemon that we're going to be against is going to be a 6-star Ice-type Alolan Dugtrio. Can be a very challenging Pokemon to come against, but it should be no problem for us here. Let's begin. See how it goes. Okay, we got double Metal Pigeons. We love it. Okay, so we're going to use Iron Defense first turn. We're not faster. Iron Head, it's not going to do much damage, but hopefully it doesn't flinch. It does flinch. Spoiler alert. Okay, we're going to try it again. We get hit with another Iron Head. Do we flinch this time? We don't. Now we're on +2 defense. Amazing. I was hoping it would use some moves that try and lower our stats so it can, like, maybe lower its own stats. I'm not sure whether it does, though. Not sure what moves it even has. I'm not even... Because I'm so confident in these body pressers, because it's like a top 5, so they're all going to be great. It's like I'm not even checking when they nullify, when they remove negative effects, what moves they have, because these Pokemon are just all so good. Okay, we get hit with another Ancient Power. I'm just hoping he doesn't get all the stats, because that would be very dangerous. Okay, so we're going to start using Body Press now that we're on max. Are we faster? Or is it around the same? Because we've attacked first a couple of turns, and he's attacked first a couple of turns. Yes, we'll see. Well, we won't see, but hopefully we just go first on a few more turns. We hit him with a Body Press to do decent damage. We go first again, hit him with some more damage, which was kind of good damage. The only issue here is if he gets the stats, the stat boost a couple of turns in a row, and then somehow manages to nullify us, I think that'd be bad, because he'll be on +2, we won't be on anything, but we should be okay. Okay, there's the Ancient Power. Why are you not running out of Ancient Powers? You should be limited. You should have PP as well. Honestly. They should be at a maximum of 5 on Ancient Power. Maybe it can't use items because it is a raid boss, so it's not allowed to use PP up, so I'm saying 5. We're going to Terrestrialize and use Body Press again. Now, I don't think it will break the shield, but it'll definitely get close. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we have Terrestrialized into our Fighting type Tera, and Ancient Power will be not very effective again. It was neutral before because it was super effective against flying, but not very effective against steel. There's the Ancient Power, 10 damage. Damn. Okay, we'll see how much Body Press does. Well, it did a lot more than 10 damage, I'll tell you that for free. Now, even though he's not very effective now, I think he'll still stick to Ancient Power. The Earthquake was a trigger move, because our defense is so high. Oh, that did a lot of damage to us. Why did that do damage to us? Oh, it was a crit. It went past our defense boost. That's why it did damage to us. Yeah, fair enough. We're going to use Body Press now. Oh, faster. Amazing. Will this take it out? Oh, wait, has that taken it out? Or taken it out, should I say? It definitely looks like it's got no health left, but it might have just a smidge. Definitely broke its shield. Let's see, it uses Iron Head. It's gone back to physical attacks. Interesting. I didn't think it'd go back to physical attacks. And yeah, I guess we take out the no health that it's got left. Boom. And the raid ends over half the time remaining. As you can see, Carbonite is a beast, and it can't get its stats lowered. So that's a big plus on why it's so high on the list. Top 3 spot for Carbonite. Let me know if that surprised you, or if anything surprises you on this list, and that includes whether you think a Pokemon should have been on it instead of any of these 5. But I think this is a pretty solid list. Did we get anything for it? No, we didn't. Let's move on to number 2. So this is the Pokemon I thought was a fighting type, but makes sense that it's a Steel and Dragon. I just couldn't remember what it was other than a Dragon type. So it's going to be Chaladon or Arcaladon. Now, this might surprise some people as to why this Pokemon is at number 2 and not number 1. Like, who could possibly be better than Arcaladon? But I guess you'll find out after we take someone out with Arcaladon. So, Fighting type Tera, held item Shell Bell to restore health the more damage we deal. Max EVs in HP and defense. And as you can see, it does have stamina again, impish nature, of course. So this has a lot higher defense than Mudsdale. That's why this is number 2, and Mudsdale was number 4, I think it was. And it has Body Press and defense. Now, what sets Arcaladon apart from Carbonite, Mudsdale, and all them lot is it has Focus Energy, which gives us quite a high chance of critting, which will just do extra damage. And not only that, it can lower special attack, which covers our special defensive side. Now, quite a few Pokemon that do have high defense. Sometimes they have low special defense, so it's nice that we have Snarl, because as you can see, our special defense is 166 as opposed to our almost 400 defense. So it's a nice little coverage in case we do get put against strong special attackers and we want to take them on. So at least gives us a chance to take down special attackers and not just physical attackers. But enough said, let's go find a raid. You know what? I think this is, honestly, it's a beautiful. It's a beautiful opponent for us. The pre-evolved form of us, a 6-star steel type Duraludon. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so first we're going to use Iron Defense, which will increase our defense, obviously, to +2 defense. We get hit with a Breaking Swipe to lower our attack, but I don't actually mind that because we scale off defense. Our defense goes up because he attacked us. We're going to use Iron Defense again, and that will put us on +5, and when he attacks us, we'll go on +6. So he uses Dragon Pulse this time. Okay. Yep, switches it up. That's fine. I don't even think we'll need to use Snarl in this one specifically, because we're already so set up. We're going to use Focus Energy. Even if we get nullified, the Focus Energy does not leave us, and that's what I like so much about Focus Energy. He hits us with another Dragon Pulse. We're going to start using the body presses now. Honestly, you have no chance. Your evolved form, the Mighty Stapler, is very strong. Although Duraludon does have incredible defense, so this one will probably take longer than some of the previous ones. Hits us with a Dragon Pulse, okay. Removes negative effects from himself, as long as he doesn't nullify. I don't like Pokemon who nullify, especially when I'm trying to... why did I just use Iron Defense? What is wrong with me? Anyway, we've just fumbled. We used Iron Defense for no reason whatsoever. Now we're gonna use Body Press to actually get some health back instead of, you know, using Iron Defense. We do get a crit there, so I guess that's nice. Gets us back to full health, does an extra bit of damage. Focus Energy coming in clutch there. And let's keep going. Okay, so we do get hit with an attack there. It's not too big of a deal. Like, it doesn't do too much. We use another body press, but it doesn't crit, unfortunately. I've got a feeling that our next one will crit, though. You normally crit with this combo once every 2 attacks. There's like a 50% chance to crit. I'm pretty sure it is 50, actually. Okay, we're going to Terrestrialize and use another. Hopefully this is a crit before the shield does actually go up, because we'll have stab to it as well. It'll do quite a decent amount of damage. Let's just see how it goes. So we are now a fighting type. Well, we now have fighting type Tera, so we'll get 1 stab. And we're going with a body press. How much damage are we saying? Was that a crit? It didn't look like one. No, it wasn't. It would have done a lot more if it was a crit. Honestly, it did that much damage and it wasn't a crit, though. That's awesome. Archaludon, the GOAT. Well, the second GOAT in this situation, I suppose. Number 2. But if you can let me know, put comments down. Write a comment to see if you can guess number 1 from what you've seen so far. What Pokemon have been in it? Let's see if you can guess what number 1 is. No cheating though, because I'll know. Anyway, we're going to use Body Press here. Did it just use Reflect? I think it used Reflect. I'm pretty sure it used Reflect, because that barely did anything compared to our previous turn. I will check, but I saw a screen, just didn't know which one it was. Flash Cannon. Interesting. Trying to play that game at lowering our special defense, eh? Oh, it used I can't speak. Light Screen and Reflect. Okay. Yeah, I can honestly, yeah, I can remember this Pokemon just being a massive pain. It does ring a bell. Did we get a crit? Well, that's definitely a crit. That was a lot of damage. 1 more attack should do it. We was doing a lot of damage though, because its shield was just the rest of its health when it did go up. Hits us with another Flash Cannon. That won't really be that much of an issue, even if it lowers our special defense, which it doesn't. And then we'll use 1 last body press to finish the raid. And Duraludon is gone with about half the time remaining again. Honestly, a nice steady rhythm of half the time remaining on all these raids. And we've come against some difficult raids. Okay, so the Duraludon goes down. The evolved form is obviously superior. And no, I will not be catching you because I am you, but in the future, my good sir. We don't get anything, but let's go on to number 1. Looks like there was no fighting types in the top 5. That's kind of crazy. Maybe you can fit a fighting type one in your top 5. Let me know which one it is if you do. But number 1 is going to be Diancie. I wonder if you saw that come in. The Queen of Diamonds herself. It's going to be a fighting type Terra, the held item Shell Veil to restore health the more damage we deal. Max EVs in HP and defense, the impish nature, of course. With the clear body ability, which means that other Pokemon will not be able to lower our stats, which is amazing. We can keep that high defense. Now, as you can see right here, so if we go into this, we have EVs in defense, right? But look at our special defense. This is why this Pokemon is number 1 for me. Look at its defense, look at its special defense. Both are insanely high. But not only that, over 400 defense, which is incredible in itself. I think the second highest defense on this list. Yep, only second to Regirock there. But not only does it have all those that I've just mentioned, it has iron defense, which is amazing because it just raises our defense by 2 stages. But it also has amnesia as well. So it can go against special attackers. If we just use 1 amnesia before we use iron defense, if we're against a mixed attacker or a special attacker, we can just take on them special attackers very easily. And as on top of all this, we also have skill swap. If they have a better ability than ours, a very troublesome ability, then we can just take it. We can just take it from them. They don't have it anymore, which would be amazing. And we also have body press, of course. Let me know if you think Diancie is the best body presser. Personally, I do think she is the best body presser, but it's just my opinion. Would love to hear what you guys think. So let's just get into a raid. Oh, 6-star normal time Ninetales. Looks like we did get put against a special attacker, but it's no problem. Let's begin. Okay, so we do get hit with a drought. That will be sunshiny for 2 turns. But oh, we get hit with a Will-O-Wisp first. Interesting. That doesn't really matter to me, really, because we don't use physical attack to actually attack. We use defense. So we're going to use Amnesia because it'll probably use a Flamethrower and do a lot of damage, especially with that Sun Up, even though we have got over 300 special defense. Honestly, over 300 special defense with no EVs in defense is actually crazy, by the way. Not very... Honestly, did you see the amount of damage it just did? Next to nothing. I know we have, what's it called? Amnesia and +2 special defense. But the sun's up and it's a Ninetales. Okay, we do get nullified. Yep, fair enough. It'll probably do a lot more damage now. We're going to have to reapply the Amnesia. There we go. We do attack first this time, so that's amazing. Yeah, I just hate Drought, especially with Ninetales, because... it just has, its attacks are so powerful, you take damage. I didn't know it nullified early, that's something else that's a pain. We're going to use Iron Defense, so now we're back on +2. This one might be a little bit more difficult than the others if we're just going to stay burnt. But it is paralyzed, so that's something that's pretty good. We use Iron Defense again. I shall tell you right now for free, I am not going to be using Skill Swap this raid, because it'll just put the sun back up for 5 turns, and we don't want that. Okay, hits us with a Flamethrower. It does 13 damage. Honestly, it's crazy. I'm hoping it doesn't crit, though. We survived the drought over half health without healing at all. And while we were burnt. Honestly, the craziness in Diancie right now. We just have gone to orange health, though, with that burn. We're going to use a body press here and hopefully get most of that health back. We do a decent amount of damage there, get some health back. When we terrestrialize, we'll be doing a lot more damage here. Heat Wave? Okay. I mean, it's not going to do much, but looks like it's going to be sticking to Heat Wave now. Extra Sensory, okay. Heat Wave must have been a trigger move. Okay, so I'm going to... just have a look, make sure we're on +6. We are. Get some body presses away so that we can actually get terrestrialized and actually have stab. There's the second one. We get health back. Amazing. Please don't put your shield up. It switched to extra sensory. Yeah, fair enough. Because the fire attacks will be not very effective at the minute. It does let us use another body press. Amazing. And I'm hoping that it doesn't steal Terra Charge here. Ooh, nearly back to full health. Does burn make us do less damage, I wonder? I know it's like just drops your physical attack, but I wonder if it actually drops the amount of damage you do. Probably not, right? Okay, so now we can terrestrialize, do it quick before he steals our Terra. Not sure whether Ninetales does steal Terra, but you know, just to be on the safe side. And we have terrestrialized. Now, I'd say this was probably the most difficult raid out of the 5, being Ninetales with Burn, the Sun, and Flamethrower, and being a special attacker, even though we prioritize in physical defense. This was definitely the hardest one. But I guess it's quite fitting because hardest one comes against the number one. Okay, we get hit with a Nullify. That's 2 Nullifies. Only Pokemon we've come against that's nullified twice as well. Isn't that just a pain? We're going to use Amnesia again. We're going to have to because of that extra sensory. And then we'll get our Iron defenses back up. Honestly, this was about... Oh, was that a crit? It was. This was about as bad as they come in terms of what we could have actually come against. Being super effective against us, you know, having Burn or Raid, having the Sun, 2 Nullifies, being a special attacker, just a pain. I might have to heal. Yeah, I might have to heal. Special... Oh. What's happening? It's not letting me do anything. Okay. Okay, so we're going to use another Iron Defense here. We'll still be able to get the win as long as no shenanigans happen. Defense goes to +4. Extra Sensory takes us to 62. The Burn takes us to 43. Yeah, just to be safe, I'm going to heal. Honestly, it was going so well until we run into this painful Pokemon. Oh, we get the smallest heal as well. Are you joking? It's just not going well for us this raid. We will probably still do it, but still a pain. Extra Sensory, that's fine. We're going to go to Iron Defense, go to +6. It looks like the Belly Bolt has paralyzed the Ninetales. Now, don't let this make you think that Diancie is bad compared to the rest of them. Diancie is in no way, shape or form a bad body presser. Diancie is an amazing body presser. Boom, there we go, do some damage there. Looks like we do more damage when we not burn. Does burn actually affect the amount of damage you do with body press? I wonder. Maybe a little myth going on there. So Ninetales does hurt itself and paralyze and can't move twice in a row. I'm guessing one was a trigger move, and we're just going to end the raid here because we get a free turn and finish off the job. Honestly, if we went and fought a Pokemon that was a physical attacker right now, we would destroy it with half the time remaining very easily. I might actually do that just to show you that Diancie isn't like bad just because we got a really tough matchup. Number 1 gets 2 raids, it deserves it, might as well. So let's go get into another raid, a bonus raid, Sith raid. Okay, we're against someone with insanely high defense, but it is a physical attacker, so you know what? I feel like doing another raid, so I'm going to do one. I don't make the rules, I just come up with them. So 6-star, normal type, Alolan Golem, let's begin. It'll probably paralyze us all raid. Now that I think about it, this is a bit of a pain. Oh well, let's begin. Okay, so we don't need to use Amnesia here, so we're just going to get straight into the Iron Defense to raise our defense by 2 stages. And let's see what it does. It uses, was that Earthquake? Are we a Rock type. For some reason, I just forgot it was a Rock type. We're going to use Iron Defense again to get our defense on +4. Let's see what it's going to do. Heavy Slam. Oh, was it using a Heavy Slam? Is that 4 times super effective? It might be. Are we a Fairy type as well? Oh, it has 4 times super effective against us. Well, damn, we did choose a difficult raid. Oh, well, the crit might hurt. The crit will hurt. If he crits us, it's game over. Heavy Slam, don't crit. Thank you. As you can see, 36 damage on a 4 times super effective move. Just how good these body presses can be. And their actual defenses. Gonna use body press here, do a decent amount of damage, but obviously Alolan Golem has insane defenses. I might actually check how much defense it's actually got. So let's see here. I am checking it as we speak. Does it hit us with anything? No. Gonna use another body press and then check. Okay, so we'll do a decent amount of damage there. So if I type in Golem here, Alolan, I'm not checking what it does, I'm just checking its defense. Its defense is 130, that's kind of crazy. Okay, so our defense is 150 base, so it's not much higher than the Golems, really. We hit him with the body press, boom, do some damage. He hits us with the heavy slam for 4 times super effective damage. And now we're gonna terrestrialize and do some real damage. Are we on +6 still? We are. Amazing. And now we can't be 4 times weak to his devilish heavy slams. Damn fairy type moves. I mean steel type moves, not fairy type moves. Does he play a reset? I wonder. I don't think he does from memory. I don't think so. Okay, so we are on +6. We are terrestrialized into our fighting type. And boom, doing some decent damage considering he has such high defenses. Heavy slam, yeah, I don't think you're much heavier than us, so you won't be doing much damage now. Especially when you're neutral and not 4 times super effective. Hits us with a rock slide. Really? You're switching to a rock slide that does 3 damage? Or was that a trigger move? I guess we'll find out with this next attack. Might have been a trigger move. Okay, we hit him with another body press, doing some decent damage now. Let's see if he sticks with heavy slam or changes to discharge. Really, I want my 4 times super effective back. Damn, not the discharge. 30% chance to paralyze us, so I might as well just not cure myself of the paralyze and just keep attacking. Okay, so that's one. Next one should break the shield if we're lucky. If it does a little bit more than usual, maybe we get a super crit in the raid. Okay, maybe not that. We go back to full health. Giga impact. Okay, that was on the Gardevoir. I nearly took it out. Actually, it's crazy. Imagine if Life Dew cured you of your status condition. How cool would that be? We hit it with another body press there, and that broke the shield. Boom. And one more attack will do the raid. Discharge, yep, of course. If we used Amnesia, it might have forced it to use a physical attacking move, but doesn't matter, we didn't hurt ourselves. We didn't get stuck in paralyzed once. And the raid's over. Half time remaining. The mighty Diamond Princess. I just wanted to show you guys that it is actually just as good as the others. You can finish a raid with half the time remaining. But Ninetales wanted to be awkward about it. And there we go. Awesome. Okay, so this is the top 5. First, the Ansy. Second, Charladon. Then Carvanite, then Mudsdale, and then Regirock. Let me know if you agree with this list or whether you have your own list. Who would you put where? Is anyone missing from the list? All that good stuff. Would love to hear what you guys think. And of course, thanks for the suggestion. I had a lot of fun building this, even though it did take a little bit longer. Always a lot of fun doing these top 5s. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos like this, builds and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.